Hi, I'm Natalie Stratmeyer. I'm a senior at the University of Illinois, and my two words are striving and dependent. Growing up, my family and I were very involved in my church. I was taught a lot about church and the Bible and about God. But even though I knew all of these things, most of my time growing up, I really just tried to act how I thought Christians should act. And that really just looked like trying to be really nice, trying to be a good person, and trying to do the right thing. But while those are all positive characteristics, I was not trying to have a relationship with God before. I really just wanted to be perceived as a really good Christian. But I just kept God as an accessory in my life and reduced him to just being a small aspect of who I was or what I was interested in. I was striving to be good, striving to be successful, and striving to live my own perfect version of my own life, and trying to do that all on my own without God. And I remember the moment that I really understood what it meant to be a Christian, and that it means to give your life fully to Christ. I finally understood that just being good didn't automatically mean that I had a relationship with Christ, and that He desires to know us and our hearts fully. He doesn't just want a perfect image of what we think that He wants to see, but He wants us to come to Him, give everything to Him, rest in Him, and let Him work in our lives. God sent His Son, Jesus, to save us from our sins so that we don't have to try. And there's no amount of being a good person that can take any of that away on our own. But Jesus has already done that for us, and He's taken that away so that we can just live fully in Christ and don't have to strive to do everything that we're expected of on our own. But in return, God asks that we give our lives to Him and to have a relationship with Him. And it was really hard for me to understand that there's no in between. We either choose to surrender our whole life to Him or we don't. And being dependent on God is something I'm still learning to do as I'm reaching each new stage of life. But this has been one of the biggest learning experiences for me from the time that I decided to give my life to my time in college. But I'm learning to grow in a relationship and to see, and it's been amazing to see the way that God has worked in my life through that. It has given me a higher purpose, rest in Him, and just freedom from trying to do all of this stuff on my own. He wants good for our lives and wants good for us, and He has a purpose for each of us that He's already planned, and there's nothing that we have to do for that. Only through Him can we experience this true fulfillment of our life. And if any of this resonates with you, or you want to talk more about my story or what it could mean for you to have a relationship with God and know Him personally, I'd love for anyone to reach out and to talk more about how God could work in your life too.